Hey everyone, welcome back to 99 Bitcoins. In this video, let's talk some Pepe coin, and we're going to be getting into the discussion. Will we be set to break out if the bulls take control of the Pepe chart? So I'm going to break down some of the numbers. We'll look at the chart, and I'll get you guys on your way as we will talk Pepe for the next few minutes. And make sure you all hit that like button and please subscribe down below. Okay, so as we set up and talk about it, we'll get into kind of what we're looking at within Pepe right here, right now, as we have seen the frog down 4.4%. And as I go on and talk crypto here in this video, please remember that none of this is financial advice, and always be sure to do your own research and due diligence, okay? But this is where we're still hanging on to that fourth zero, okay? We have not claimed that fifth zero, and that's been kind of my pivotal level as we have traded Pepe. And basically what I'm doing, and I'll never tell you to buy or sell crypto, but essentially if I am looking to add Pepe, anytime we do claim that fifth zero back on the price action, that's kind of when I'm looking at the bottom to kind of absorb some of these dips. And as we do dive into the trading view, you can kind of see that floor that we have established, where if you date back essentially even in through the early part of 2025, every time that we did kind of fall below this top blue line, which does indicate that 401 territory, it doesn't really live there too long, okay? And right now we're currently still trading above it. We are still in some form or fashion, as we date back even to April of 2025, still on an upward ascension, right? And I know it's been a rough, rocky, volatile road, but that's still something to kind of hang our hats on as we do look at what Pepe's doing. Despite all of the dips and the peaks, it's still been on an upward trajectory, despite a lot of the corrections and the volatility that we have had for the year of 2025, okay? But as we look at it today, we are dipping below that. We'll get into some of the Pepe numbers right now. But first, I do want to talk about another crypto currently in their pre-sale. This is Maxi Doge, okay? So I know we're talking the frog, we're talking Pepe, but Dogecoin still is the OG meme coin. And what they're looking to do in this pre-sale is create a narrative surrounded about the Dogecoin meme coin that has a lot of success. Now, with these pre-sales, it is very hit or miss. Some of them do exceedingly well, some of them not so much, right? With meme coin pre-sales, I treat them like lottery tickets. They either boom or bust, and I'm just looking to capitalize on like 2 or 3 out of the, if I get into 10. So hit it like a 20-30% hit rate, and then from there, guys, just try to stack those 2, 3, 4, 5 X's and then put it back into the blue chips. That's been my trading strategy pretty much since I started trading meme coins, okay? But right now, what they're doing is they have over $1.27 million raised of their pre-sale, and as this countdown does continue, the price will increase. And right now, you can scoop up one Maxi Doge token at a 0.000253 price, and very easy to buy, okay? So after you do your research, if you do want to get into this pre-sale, all you do is connect your wallet, and you can use a Best Wallet. If you don't have a Best Wallet as of now, it makes it very easy to get into these meme coin pre-sales and trade all of your favorite cryptos. There will be a link down below in the description as well to check out what Best Wallet has to offer. You can also use Wallet Connect, your MetaMask, and or Coinbase Wallet, okay? So very simple. There will be a link down below for Maxi Doge where you can check out what they have to offer, tokenomics, the roadmap, all that good stuff. Read up about their white paper and all of their socials. And from there, guys, if you want to get into a meme coin presale that has raised over $1.2 million, they have had security audits and featured in a lot of news publications. You'll find that link down below in the description as well. Okay, but back into Pepe, this is where we're going to talk about the bulls looking to take charge. All right, so this is the zone that we need to talk about, as we have corrected into a key dynamic support zone since March. And as we see a lot of strong volume, this is kind of where we look into the prosperity and the prospects of having that upward swing becoming more and more likely. Now, I don't have that crystal ball. I can't tell you where Pepe will be at tomorrow. All I can do is give you the numbers, give you the facts, in my opinion, and then hopefully that will kind of resonate well with you in what you're trying to do on your financial crypto journey, okay? But this is what we're looking at. A couple things just to summarize some of the movements we are seeing, right? Talked about that dynamic support. We have seen the ascending support line since March. We have had a little bit of a hurdle, as they call it, as the point of control acts as resistance. Reclaiming this is needed for an upside move, and also the bullish structure that we have had consecutive higher highs and higher lows, as that signal will continue that an upward swing is kind of remaining. Now, the one last thing that I want to talk about that does play a role into my Pepe is, and it's something that nobody's really talking about, but look at Ethereum, okay? And you got to kind of go back to the fact that we are trading almost $5,000 Ethereum. Okay. I know we're down 10% on the last 7 days. We have kind of corrected a lot in that regard, but it's been an unbelievable year as Ethereum is up 56.1%. And for me, some of the ERC20 tokens, such as like SHIB, Pepe, those are the ones that I'm looking to kind of have that reciprocal effect. Haven't seen it yet, but when it does happen, that's kind of where we look back at what Pepe's doing, where, quite frankly, this was unexplainable. And as we look at kind of this back in 2024, this was unexplainable as well. So a lot of the big moves that Pepe has done, they were just simply whales rotating in and out, making profits, call it chart manipulation, whatever it may be. This is kind of what goes on in crypto, right? It's large institutional groups of investors coming together, stacking into a meme coin, pumping the charts, and then they rotate out and get into the next play. Okay, that's what we've seen time and time again, and that is currently what is going on, in my opinion, although we have consolidated a lot more in the months of May, June, and July than probably more history does show, okay, of recent kind of cycles that Pepe has been on, okay? One thing to remember is it was not around back in 2021, so we never really got a full-fledged Pepe bull run like we did with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. And so that's something that I'm holding on to, because when that does happen, look out, okay? And with crypto, everything is kind of on the table. Nothing is unpredictable, and I do not rule out anything as such, okay? And this dynamic support line that we're looking at right now on the daily view of the chart does kind of mirror what I was talking about in my own technicals. Basically dating back all the way to the start of 2025, we've been on that little upward move. Okay, it's something where as you look at this start to form a W, that's kind of where it lends towards the conversation. If you do believe in technical analysis, that this trajectory does lead to more upside. Okay, but right now with the macros and what we have going on, the market's correcting itself. That's something where we would expect future kind of receding of where Pepe's price action is happening. Okay, but the volume is another thing that does kind of matter as well. Okay, as we've got rejections around some of this resistance that we have had, this is where you kind of just see that momentum and that volume die out. So once the volume does coincide with a lot of that bullish momentum that we are talking about, that's kind of when we want to retest the possibilities of a breakout. So as we look at to what is next and coming for Pepe, if we continue to kind of respect that yellow line, the dynamic support basically since the early spring, start of 2025, that's where the probability of a higher low being locked in will increase. And if we do kind of reclaim that point of control that also coincides with the volume, that's where we look for that huge upside move where, for me personally, and what I'm looking at with my Pepe, we're talking about in my opinion, probably more so a 17 to 23 Pepe, as we talk about a 4017, 4023. That's kind of where I see it. And the upward move for Pepe would be in that 403 territory as we get deeper into 2025. But that's kind of my upper echelon price predictions. For all of you guys saying that Pepe is going to go to a penny, all that stuff, I try to be more realistic, and that's just my approach and tempering my emotions, right? It's something where if you were late to the party, you can still trade Pepe. You might not be able to make those 100x, 1000x gains that some traders were able to do. But simply put, this is a very young crypto still with a great meme coin narrative, and can't really rule anything out when it comes down to meme coins and crypto. Okay, that's what I got for you guys in this video. Appreciate it. Make sure you all hit that like button, subscribe down below. Also, we talked about Maxi Doge currently in that pre-sale. As the countdown continues, links are down below for that and a best wallet. If you do want to check those out, do your research. If you want to get involved within that pre-sale, you'll find those links in the description. And I thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.